What's up, YouTube? We finally got our pitching tips video here for you guys with Pinpoint. It's a two-parter. We got Pinpoint pitching tips just for using Pinpoint, and then also actual pitching tips regardless of what interface you use. So, before we get into that video, I really want to thank you guys for the last video. It got so much more love than I was ever expecting. The creative player video really went off. I got a lot of new subscribers, a lot of likes on that video, and just a lot of views on it. And thank you guys so much for all that love. I really appreciate it. One thing I should tell you guys, there was a recent patch update, and now you can still use my method. My method still 100% works. The only thing you need to change is instead of simming to the end of the game, you're just simming the next appearance, simming the next appearance, simming the next appearance. And everything else is fine. Keep following every other thing I've said on that video, but now instead of simming to the end of the game, you're going to sim to the end of the appearance. So getting into these pitching tips, guys, my qualifications for this are pretty simple. I have made top 50 multiple times. I have made it very far in some ESL tournaments. I've won a qualifier, and I promise you it wasn't from my hitting. I'm going to show you guys right here. I'm sitting at a 2.06 ERA in ranked seasons right now. Now, no, I haven't hit Legend yet. I haven't played enough. I'll get there soon. I've been kind of addicted to BR recently. But 2.06 ERA. I have not given up many runs. I have yet to get even close to shelled yet this year. And I believe I'm very good at Pinpoint. No, I'm not the greatest hitter. I win games because I pitch well. So I wanted to get this video out for you guys to help you guys become better pitchers, because there are a couple of things that I would say that every single person that I watch, not every single person I watch, but a lot of my friends and just, average players, mistakes they're making. One of three things. Number one is usually you do not have a plan of attack when you go into an at-bat. A lot of times people I'm facing, I can tell really early if they have a game plan when they are going to pitch to me, or if they are just randomly throwing pitches. And yeah, you can be kind of unpredictable when you're just randomly throwing pitches, but you're never going to really throw anyone off. You're never going to keep people guessing, I should say, and eventually people are just going to start shelling you. So plan of attack is one for sure. Two goes back to what I just said with plan of attack. If you get too predictable, sometimes I catch myself throwing a slider first pitch every single time, throwing a sinker inside first pitch every single time. And if you get too predictable, good players are going to sit on that, and they're gonna smoke the ball. First thing we're going to do, guys, we're just going to go in and we are going to just do a basic outline of Pinpoint pitching. You should be using Pinpoint. I will say that right now. If you haven't tried it, or if you don't feel like you could master it yet, it's time to start on it. It's just too good, guys. You can really dot people away with it. I like to use the Show 15 pitching view, and that is simply just because I like to be behind the catcher. I like to kind of see what the batter is seeing. And then pitch trail fade I have on. You can put classic if you like the arrows. I just have the pitch trail on. And then going back to my three mistakes that I see people make is, so first we had no plan of attack. Second is you're too predictable. And three is you're not tunneling. Tunneling is a very important part of pitching to good players. And basically what you can think of when what tunneling is, and I'll get into it in the video a little bit more, just some basic tunneling. But tunneling is basically when two balls are starting at the same point, and then they break different ways to confuse the hitter. So like, think of a righty-righty, a sinker cuts in on somebody, you would tunnel that with a cutter going away from that righty. They both start on the same point, but they're breaking different ways and confusing the hitter. So guys, first we're going to go into practice here and just give a basic outline of Pinpoint pitching itself. And if you already feel pretty comfortable with Pinpoint pitching, if you feel like you know what Pinpoint pitching is and you know how to execute that part properly, you can skip ahead to the timestamp below in the description, and that'll take you straight to the gameplay, and that'll be the actual pitching tips. But first, for the people that don't know what Pinpoint is, or they haven't been using it and they need to know what they're doing, this is for them. So we're going to use Corbin Burns. He's got the sinker. So you guys see, as soon as I chose the sinker, it's showing me the outline. The blue line is the trace of exactly what speed you want to follow that pattern. So we're going down and counterclockwise up to the top at that exact speed. Next, you have to realize that there's a blue ball when you move the ball to different spots. See it on the bottom of it? We want to go down to that blue ball as it closes in on itself. Once it closes in on itself is when we want to go down to it. That's our timing mechanism for pinpoint. So that was a perfect throw. We did the speed correctly. We went down and we hit it, the blue ball, as it was closing in on itself and got a perfect release. Okay, so this one's a cutter. Again, see the blue ball, watch the outline so you know the speed you have to go with a cutter. And the timing is more important than the speed. I'm going to try and purposely go a little quick on this cutter and then go down to show you guys you can still get good accuracy as long as your timing is correct going down to that blue ball. So we got relatively good. We put it relatively where we wanted to, even though we were a little fast on the tracing, and that was on purpose. I'm going to try and do it a little bit better, but I'm just trying to show you guys that so this one's a slider, that the tracing is not as important as the timing going down is. The timing is the most important part of pinpoint pitching, not necessarily the tracing aspect of it. So we'll try and do it here with a slider here. Okay, so that one, the timing was really bad, as you saw, just late, and it was all the way in the dirt. Now, guys, when you are throwing sliders, I'm just going to be showing you guys a couple pitches as I talk, so you guys can keep watching. But if you were throwing sliders, or any pitch for that matter, you have to think about it in real life aspect. What does a late release mean? A late release with a slider means you're probably throwing it in the dirt. An early release with the slider means you're probably going to hang it. And that's why you always have to think about where your pitch is going, if it's better to be early or late. If you're throwing a slider down and away to a righty, it is definitely better to be late than early, because if you're late, you're just throwing it in the dirt. If you're early, you're hanging it, and it's possibly going right down the middle, which is bad news. Same with sinkers. If I want to throw a sinker on the inside part of a plate, what I want to do is make sure, if anything, I'm early, because then it's going to be off the plate on the inside. Whereas if I'm late, it could hang over the middle of the plate. That one I got a perfect release. And that's just something you should always keep in the back of your mind, guys. If I'm throwing a cutter to a righty in this scenario, I'd rather be late than early, because I don't want to hang it. If I'm throwing a changeup in the dirt, I'd rather be late than early, because if I'm early, I'm going to hang it. The only time you really would rather be early is if you're throwing like a high fastball, or an inside sinker or something like that, because then if you're early for a high fastball, for instance, a high fastball, if you're early, it's just going to go higher, okay? If you're late on a high fastball, it's going to end up going right down the middle, and you don't want that at all. So just a couple of things you should be thinking about while pinpoint pitching on being early and late for those releases. That's about it for this, guys. I just wanted to give you guys a general outline of how pinpoint pitching actually worked, and now we are going to get into the gameplay and how you should actually be pitching. So, good for the sake of this video, we are sitting at 709 rating, so this game is guaranteed to be on Hall of Fame. Obviously, pitching on All-Star is a little bit harder because the PCI is a little bit bigger. But we'll just play a date palm here, look for a game. No matter what, we're on Hall of Fame, and we're going to be using Oral Hershiser this game. Oral Hershiser has a great pitch mix. I think he's currently a top 3 pitcher in the game. And yeah, we do have Oral Hershiser. Full energy. We'll be using him. Normal lineup. I'm going to try and just only show action pitches for hitting, because hitting is not the aspect that we're trying to talk about in this video. Playing the Milwaukee Flash. He's got Bauer on the mound. Pretty decent squad for hitting. So this will be a fun one to pitch against. It is on Hall of Fame. I think it's my first game on Hall of Fame on the season, or on the year in general. So that'll be interesting. But like I said, we're just going to kind of skip around here for hitting. Okay, 0-2 count. Hall of Fame has kind of gotten to me a little bit so far. Got to get used to it. Oh, yep, that's a strikeout on a cutter. Well, luckily this isn't a hitting tips video, guys. It's just a pitching tips. But, oh, okay. Well, our cap gets a nice little perfect single into right field. He botches it, but I'm not going a second on that. All right. We got Trout up, looking to do some damage here with 1 out. Okay, cool. Perfect down the line. We should get second and third there. I don't think I'm going to score on this, unfortunately. No. Okay, well, 1 out. We can do something. All right, Belly, let's see what you got, man. We got to at least get 1 run in here. Oh, no. Dude, I hate that. I hate the auto assist running. Your third baseman will always go home on it. I did not send him home. That's just an easy out. Crap. Well, my guess is cutter here. It was first pitch swinging, but I am underneath it, and I don't think that's going to have enough on it. Oh, well. All right, we get to pitch. All right, time to pitch. So, what I like to do early on in a game, first inning, is I need to test my opponent. I need to figure out what he's good at hitting, what he's not good at hitting. Is he going to be early or late on inside sinkers is the big one. I usually always start out righty-righty with an inside sinker, and he was very late. So I know he's not sitting on that, because if he's sitting on it, he's not going to be super late. Now I'm going to see some cutter on the outside part of the plate here. Okay, not exactly where I wanted it, but that's okay. We're going to go right back to that inside sinker, because I know he was super late on it the first time. And he was very late again. Here we go, guys. Big tip. I'm going to go right back to it. I'm going to go right back to it, go a little bit more inside, and see if we can't strike him out here. Perfect pitch, and we get the strikeout. Guys, if somebody is very late or very early on something, that means they are completely fooled, and you should go right back to it. I wouldn't go back to it more than twice in a row. But if they aren't sitting on something and they are not good at reacting to it, you need to attack that. You need to attack that weakness. So I'm I can't speak words. I threw a curveball in the dirt there just to see if he'd be chasing down in the dirt. He did check swing it, so it's something I will go back to, but I know he's not super vulnerable to stuff in the dirt. There I see he is very late on an outside sinker. I am assuming that means he is sitting inside hoping to turn and burn on something. I'm going to test my theory right here with this cutter. And I think he was late on that too, so maybe he was looking for that sinker again. I'm going to go back to the cutter one more time just to see if I can figure out his tendencies with lefties. And that time he was very early. Wow, he popped it right up to the catcher. But we get our second out there. That brings me to my next point, guys. If it's an 0-2 count, do not be giving them things to hit. Make sure your pitches are outside the strike zone. Why risk it? Why risk it in an 0-2 count? All right, guys. I think right here I'm gonna show you guys some basic tunneling. I'm gonna try and get 1 strike on him here. I'm actually first gonna test the curveball low, just see if I can get him to chase again. I just want to know if he's going to chase this at all or not. Nope, doesn't look like it. Okay, basic tunneling. We're going to start with a sinker up and away and see how he reacts to it. If he doesn't react well, we are going to go a cutter outside of the zone because we're going to assume that he thinks we're going right back to it. It's going to look like we're going to a sinker the exact same spot, and hopefully we get the strikeout. Cutter away. Perfect. Worked perfectly. Awesome. Back to hitting. Come on, Nico. Ooh, just a little bit on top of it. Yeah, I ain't getting through. Crap. All right, we ain't hitting too well, but that's not the point of the video. So, all right, Keston, let's go. We need something, and we'll take an early yank out into left field. Need something to get it started here. All right, come on. Oh, that's such a bad swing. No way. That's really tough for him. We're going to get to second and third off of a really crappy swing. I feel bad. That was such a horrible swing. We're going to attack here with Hershiser. Try and get that run in. Perfect. I'm not a perfect hit, but perfect result is what I was saying. We get a sac fly from our pitcher. Awesome. I can't ask for much more than that. We'll take it. This first game on Hall of Fame has been really tough. Oh, no way, dude. I just got away with it twice in 1 inning. I feel bad. 2 really bad swings, and we've gotten a double and a triple out of them. Oh, my goodness. That's so bad. All right, Brucey, let's see what you got, man. That was absolutely pathetic. All right, let's pitch. That was really... Okay, guys, going back to that tunneling I was talking about, what I struck out Stanton with at the end of the last inning. So, very simple tunnel spot. Fastball right there, okay? So the fastball is the initial starting point, right at the top of the zone. We're going to throw a sinker That looks like it's going to be a fastball right there, but it's actually going to break right about there. So tunnel point is a high fastball, and we're going to throw a sinker here. And I think we got him to think it was a high fastball. Yep, we did. So now what we're going to do is we're going to throw a cutter from the same fastball tunnel spot. And we get him to, he must have been confused on it because he was very late on it, and we get him to pop it up. That, guys, is basic tunneling. It's nothing too crazy. High fastball tunnel spot is very good on a lot of pitchers with sinkers and cutters because you can break it in on them or you can go outside on it. Please don't quit. Please don't quit. I need this video to be a little longer. Okay. So from here, guys, I'm just kind of, you know, throwing outside cutters. We got him to check swing into that. I know he doesn't like the inside sinker, so I'm going to be going back to that at some point. But first, we're going to throw a changeup low. I'm really trying to get him to fish at this, even though I know he hasn't been. Yeah, he's got a good eye when it comes to the bottom of the plate, so we just got to keep attacking what's been working. And we'll get a cutter. I kind of hope he gets on base here. I need someone to get on base so I can show one more thing. Perfect. Fine. All right, guys, this is what I'm going to show you. It's a very, very cool pitching tip. You can almost guarantee this works a lot. We're going to throw a changeup on the outside part of the plate. Off speed away, since you can locate it this year, is really good in getting people to roll over into double plays just like that. You get a guy on less than 2 outs, attack the outside part of the plate with off speed. If they're good, they could send it the opposite way for sure. But there's a good chance they're going to swing early, roll over the top of it, and you're going to get yourself a very, very easy double play. All right, we got Trouty up. The way we've been pitching, I really think if we score another run or two, this guy might be gone, and I hope I'm wrong. But if he is, this video has been relatively long enough. I don't think we're going to go much further. I just wanted a basic pitching tips video for you guys. And we'll be doing more intricate ones with individual pitchers. Yeah. That was a good swing. That was my first good swing of the day. We'll be doing more intricate ones with pitchers as well. Yeah, I think he's gone. He sent me a friendly at the beginning of the game, so I knew his tolerance on how this game went wasn't going to be too great. Well, we get up to 745. I think I can't remember our exact ranked record now. We got to be sitting around like 20 and 2 or something like that. But our ERA goes even lower. It should be under 2 now would be my guess. That's about all I'm going to do. This video has already gone pretty long. But we'll be doing more individual pitching tips with individual pitchers, like a complete Sixto Sanchez one or Luis Castillo, how you should pitch with certain pitchers, because you don't pitch the same with every pitcher. Yes, there's general things you can do with every pitcher, but every pitcher has their pros and their cons, and you should be pitching differently with them. I hope you guys liked the video. I hope you guys gained something out of it. I know the gameplay wasn't super long, but that's what happens when you pitch well, man. You pitch well and people get frustrated. And that's about it. If you guys liked the video, please drop a like, subscribe to the channel. Helps me out a lot. You guys did great on the last video. I really appreciated it. And that's about it, guys. If you ever want to catch any of this stuff live, please go to my Twitch, drop a follow. You can catch us anytime. We are live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That link will be in the description below. And I hope you all have a great day. Peace.